The Vampire of Highgate is one of the most famous urban legends to emerge from London, shrouded in mystery, fear, and fascination. It all began in the late 1960s when reports of strange occurrences at Highgate Cemetery, a historic burial ground in North London, began to spread. The legend centers around sightings of a supernatural being, a vampire, who was said to haunt the cemetery, preying on the living and lurking in the shadows. In 1967, the story began with a series of eerie sightings. Several people claimed to have seen a tall, dark figure with glowing eyes wandering through the cemetery at night. Some said the figure was impervious to the touch of sunlight, walking with an unnatural grace. The most unsettling accounts described the figure as appearing near the graves, its eyes fixed on those who dared to enter the cemetery after dark. Local residents grew increasingly uneasy as rumors of the vampire spread, and soon, Highgate Cemetery was flooded with visitors, eager to witness the paranormal happenings firsthand. In 1970, the situation took a more bizarre turn when a self-proclaimed vampire hunter named David Farrant became involved. He believed that the entity haunting Highgate Cemetery was no mere ghost but an actual vampire. Armed with a wooden stake and crucifix, Farrant set out to confront the creature. His efforts were widely publicized, and soon he became the central figure in the growing legend. Around the same time, another man, Sean Manchester, a paranormal investigator, joined the fray, claiming to have encountered the vampire himself and stating that it was an ancient, malevolent force. Both men staked out the cemetery, attempting to capture or destroy the vampire, but their efforts were fruitless. The Vampire of Highgate became a media sensation, with newspapers, magazines, and books feeding the growing myth. The tale of a supernatural predator stalking a famous cemetery resonated deeply with people's fears of the unknown, and the idea that such a creature could be hiding in plain sight sent shivers down the spine of Londoners. Despite these highly publicized attempts, no definitive evidence of the vampire was ever found. Eventually, the story faded, though the legend of the Vampire of Highgate remains alive in the collective imagination. Highgate Cemetery, with its old tombs, crypts, and sprawling grounds, continues to be a popular destination for those intrigued by the tale. Whether the vampire was a figment of overactive imaginations, a product of mass hysteria, or something more sinister is still up for debate. But the myth endures as one of the most enduring pieces of urban folklore. The Vampire of Highgate represents the darker side of folklore, how fear and superstition can weave together to create an entity that, while never truly proven to exist, holds a lasting grip on the public's fascination. It's a tale of the unknown, of a predator that may or may not be out there, but whose very existence continues to haunt the minds of those who dare to listen.